Hello everyone, and welcome to story time for this week. I'm Miss Isabelle here at the Graves Library, and yes, it's a little echoey in this room today. All right, we have kind of a double feature today. I'm going to read two stories, so let's jump right in. Our first book today is called Sway Like an Octopus. And the pictures and the words were done by Nicole LaRue. And our publisher for this book is Gibbs Smith. Moving calms your mind and body too. How many animal movements can you do? Pretend you're a bird gliding through the sky. Flap your arms like powerful wings. Can you make your arms into wings? Might not fly, but you can certainly use your imagination. Sway like an octopus swimming in the tide. Wiggle and wave your way through the water. Can you sway like an octopus swimming through the water? Now you're a playful puppy rolling across the ground. Can you wag your tail? And it's very small, but these puppies have names on their collars. This one is called Spike, and this one is called Ruff. Maybe you can think of a name for this one. Gallop like a horse dashing across a field. Feel the wind in your mane. Horses can go really fast. Do you think we could go as fast as a horse? Bounce around like a lively kangaroo. How high can you hop? Feel like hopping today? Crawl like a turtle, inching across the floor. How slow can you go? There goes the turtle. There's a snail too, a little friend for the turtle who also goes pretty slow. Be a sleepy cat, napping in the sun. Stretch and yawn, stretch and yawn. And there's our sleepy cat friend. He's wearing a little hat. Get on all fours and kick your legs behind you like a wild donkey. What sound does a donkey make? Think about that for a minute. Do you know what sound a donkey makes? I think it's kind of a hee-haw. Bend one leg, keeping the other on the floor. You're a gentle pink flamingo balancing in the tide. And there's our flamingo friend. And she has a seagull friend riding on her back. Be a towering giraffe, stretching long and tall. What do you see from high above it all? How do you think giraffes see the world? Look how tall he is with his long neck. I bet giraffes can see things that we don't. And this book ends, what other animal movements can you try? Well, as I'm sure you know, our theme for this summer is oceans of possibilities. So maybe we'll think about some ocean animals that we might be able to pretend to be. Like an octopus. Which leads us to our next story, which is called Octopus Alone by Divya Srinivasan. And our publisher for this book is Viking. Octopus lay hidden in her cozy cave, enjoying the scene outside. Turtle chased squid, squid chased shrimp, and the puffer was getting nervous with all the chasing going on. Then Octopus saw the seahorses bobbing along outside. There's our friend Octopus, and look at all the creatures outside her door. And there are the seahorses, very little. One little seahorse peeked in, then another, and another. The seahorses found Octopus fascinating, but she was shy and did not like to be noticed. She tried to shoo them away, but they thought she was playing, so they played too. This octopus is shy. I give up, Octopus sighed. Squeezing out of her cave, she crawled into the garden. She changed colors just like that and disappeared. The seahorses swam away, wondering where she'd gone. Can you find Octopus on this page? She's changed the color of her body to blend in. There she is, right there. It's pretty cool that she can do that. Sea snakes slithered in and out of holes. Among the swaying anemones, baby dominoes played hide and seek, while clownfish chased butterflies. Tiny fish ate algae from a big fish's scales, leaving them sparkling clean. You can see all sorts of sea creatures on this page. I think these black and white ones are the dominoes. These stripy little orange ones are the clownfish. And I think these bigger ones with the pointy nose are the butterflies. Octopus was about to pounce on a juicy lobster when she saw the little seahorses coming her way. She went perfectly still. The lucky lobster slid into a crevice. When the seahorses weren't disturbing her, they were delightful to watch. They wiggled and twirled, and one even did somersaults. It looked like so much fun. It was hard for Octopus to keep still, but she did, and the merry seahorses moved on. There's the lobster escaping. And here come the seahorses, and there they are, spinning and twirling and doing somersaults. You can do all sorts of fun things underwater. And here's Octopus again, blending in. But she's watching. Octopus crept over to a thicket of stars. Jellyfish drifted past and headed beyond the reef. Where did they go? She gazed at the shimmering shapes. Suddenly, she had a funny feeling. Here are all the starfish. And off go the jellyfish. I wonder what that funny feeling is that Octopus is feeling. The seahorses were staring. For how long, she wondered. She inked the water to hide her blushing and took off. She wanted to get away, far from goggling eyes. Octopus can release ink from their bodies to distract someone that they want to get away from. And then in that dark cloud of ink, they can swim away. Those seahorses look pretty surprised. After a while, she spied something interesting. A box full of delicious crabs. Octopus squished herself into the cage, but the crabs began pinching, as crabs do. She fiddled with the door, and it opened. Out tumbled the frantic crabs. Octopus was about to grab a few when she had another funny feeling. And you can see here how Octopus can fit through pretty small spaces. And she managed to open the door. She's pretty smart. But what's this funny feeling about? A hungry eel was about to strike. Octopus squirted a cloud of ink and swam and swam and swam. That eel looks pretty hungry. He's got some big teeth in there. And here's Octopus, swimming, 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 trying to get away. When she finally stopped, she was far beyond the reef. Here, the water was gloriously empty. No one watching, no one to hide from. Whale song rose faintly from the deep. Octopus remembered the dancing seahorses. Octopus looks very small here in the big wide ocean. But sometimes it's nice to be alone. She wiggled, she twirled, she even did a somersault. She was so happy to be alone. Here she wiggles, here she twirls, and here is her somersault. Take a look at those octopus moves. Then she felt a rumbling in the waters below. Whoosh! A whale surged past, up and out of the water. Look how big that whale is, and here's little Octopus. That is a big whale. Doesn't even fit on the page. In fact, the whale doesn't even fit on 2 pages. There it goes, up toward the surface. Barely fits on the screen. Octopus nestled into a nook and found herself in a cave much like her own. Except this one was away from everyone and everything. The whale crashed back down, leaving a magnificent storm of bubbles. The whale song faded into the distance until all was quiet. Exhausted, Octopus fell asleep. There goes the whale tail. And here you can see this page looks bubbly. When Octopus awoke, she went outside. A lone jellyfish drifted by. No one was around to disturb her in this wonderful, quiet place. But after some time, she began thinking about the lively reef with its graceful anemones and slinking sea snakes. That's hard to say. Slinking sea snakes. Most of all, she wondered what the seahorses were up to. "I'd better go home and find out," she said, hurrying along. Here she is, thinking about home. And here she goes, swimming, swimming, swimming. When Octopus reached the reef, one little seahorse welcomed her home. Then another, and another. Look at all those sea creatures welcoming Octopus home. Octopus was glad to be back with her friends. The end. That was a fun one. And it is sometimes nice to be alone, but it's also nice to be with your friends. Okay, everyone, we read 2 books today. We read Sway Like an Octopus and Octopus Alone. Maybe you can guess what my theme was for this week. All right. Thank you very much for joining me for story time, and I will see you next time. Bye.